All right. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. Wow. I can't believe it's Monday already. It is great to see everybody. And I want to talk to you today about um, one of the biggest mistakes women are making, people are making when dating, not even just women. So, one of the biggest mistakes you're making in dating? Well, let me start. Rather than doing that, I'm going to start by telling you a story about my client Gretchen. And Gretchen came on a group Q&A call the other day. She was getting extremely frustrated because she wasn't getting a lot of traction online. She was texting, "Hey, Bonnie, good to see you." She was texting with a bunch of guys, and they were just sending her back one or two word responses. How many of you have had that issue where you are putting your time and your energy and you're sitting there and you're sweating over your responses? You're thinking, what do I say? How do I make it clever or funny or whatever? You're putting all this thought into what you say, and then the guy sends back like one or two words or maybe a line and then doesn't ask you a question. I'm curious because I know I'm getting some thumbs up here, right? Like this happens all the time. And poor Gretchen, she was just at the end of her rope. And so I don't know if you all can hear this. It's actually hailing out there. Wow, it sounds amazing. That's what all the noise is. I'm in the middle of a big thunderstorm. So, all right. So Gretchen was getting really fed up, and she had put a lot of time and energy. She had gotten new photographs. She had a professional photographer take her pictures, and she was working with me. So my husband wrote her online dating profile. Hi, Annette. And she was just like up against a wall. And so this was a super easy fix. This wasn't even a big deal. The amount of frustration she was feeling over it was big, but and it was really driving her nuts, and it felt futile, right? Because she wasn't getting anywhere. And so I just said, look, all you have to do is add some emojis and some exclamation points in your messages, and that's going to really shift the tone because they can't read your emotion over text. And so she put the emojis in and she put the exclamation points in. Overnight, she was getting great responses. The guys were loving what they were getting from her. And, she started getting these warm, funny responses from the guys because she was putting the emoticons and all of that up there. So it completely shifted her dating, and she was able to move forward again, right? She wasn't stuck after she had put all that energy and effort in, and then she hit this wall. We very quickly helped her get over it. But what I really want you to take note of is this. A frustration like that can actually make you give up on dating. Something so small. You can put all this time and energy and attention into getting the right pictures and profile like Gretchen did. And, you're sitting there and you're writing to guys and, you're texting and you're putting your heart and a lot of thought into all of this. And you can be doing one little thing wrong and it can cause, hey, Cindy, good to see you. It could cause so much stress. Hi, Linda, welcome. And it could cause so much stress. Natalie, how are you, honey? It's good to see you. That you give up. And the problem is your mother can't help you with this. Your sister can't help you. Most of your girlfriends are just going to add fuel to the fire. A lot of them, hey, darling, good to see you. A lot of your friends are just going to say to you, well, guys are jerks, or they're all, losers, or they just are looking for sex, or whatever your friends may say. But they're not going to tell you how to solve that issue so you can keep moving forward. And here's the thing. You may go online, you may Google, you can spend even more time and energy trying to research what to do and still not find the answer. So little bitty things, I just want you to get this, little tiny things like this, which was a simple fix. All this woman had to do was start putting some exclamation points and emojis in her texts or in her email, her messages, and it completely shifted the way the guys responded to her. But she could have given up. Hi, darling. Thank you. She could have just given up. And this is what so many women do. They get fed up. They're not getting a result. They're sending text, messages, or they're trying to get the guys on the phone or on, on Zoom, right? And they can't get them to do that. And so even they get frustrated with that and give up. There are so many little hassles along the way. Little hassles, and I'm not even talking about the deeper stuff, right? I'm not talking about your mommy and daddy issues or your fear of intimacy or your fear of trust, right? Maybe you have emotional walls. I'm talking about minor things are causing some of you to give up, just to quit, to say, I can't do this. This is too complicated. I can't write a profile, right? But if you really want to get this solved, the biggest mistake that many, many, many of you are making is that you're not getting help. You're not working with professionals or coming on Facebook Lives like mine, right? But you're not getting real help with these issues. And so you get stuck in the problem. And you're not moving forward because you aren't qualified to find your way out of this. So I can give you the roadmap to get you through this so that you don't throw away time, so that you don't waste more time, so that you don't go through more heartache, so that you don't suffer more trying to solve this on your own. That's what it's like to work with a true professional, with an expert love coach who can walk you through this process. Even if you come on my weekly Facebook Lives, every week you're going to get more information. You're going to learn more, but you're going to learn it out of sequence. That's number one. There's an actual order to how to do this systematically from start to finish. So I'm throwing pieces out there, but I'm not giving you the whole puzzle. I can't give you the whole puzzle, right? And for you to be able to piece the puzzle together on your own is really difficult. Hi, Kaylee. So that's where professional coaching, where an expert really makes a difference, because we give you a step-by-step plan, or I give my clients a step-by-step plan from start to finish for solving this very issue, so that every day you're moving forward and that you have all the right pieces. So I shared an example at the very beginning of this talk about my client Gretchen, who's coming on to the Q&A calls. She's my coaching client, and I do group Q&A calls as part of my program. And Gretchen was fed up because, she was getting frustrated because she couldn't get men to respond with more than, they would just send her a 1 or 2 word text. And she was super frustrated. And this was a wall. It was a thing. If she couldn't get past this, she was waiting for some miracle. But this was stopping her from getting to the next level with men. And it was such an easy fix. She just needed to add some emojis and some exclamation points to her text messages. And it really did change things. But you have to know how to navigate, not just that, like you can't just say, oh, okay, now I understand how to get, I need to use emojis and exclamation points and that's going to solve everything. No, that solved this one problem. And there's a million of these little hassles, these little obstacles that if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to keep getting tripped up. So you have to have all the pieces of the puzzle to be able to do this and to do it in a short span of time. So you could spread this out over years. You can read books yourself. You can watch YouTubes. You can go on dates and spend hours and hours and hours trying to figure out how to date online. Or you can work with someone like me. What I do is I cover all of that, everything that you would want to know about this process, and I teach it to you in 3 months, not 3 years, 3 months. I take everything that it could take you hours and hours and years to try to figure out on your own, and I teach it to you in a 3-month course. Could you imagine having this solved in 3 months, waking up tomorrow and knowing that you really have a way to get this solved? You're not, watching more webinars, more summits, going on Clubhouse and listening to more lectures from people who, a lot of them don't know what they're talking about, but anyway, you don't even know how much misinformation you're getting, or who to follow and who not to follow, who really makes sense and who, is just teaching you garbage. You don't even know how to sort through who the best authorities are. And so you've got to troubleshoot that. You got to listen to one dating coach after another, even just to find out who the good ones are. I am almost exhausted just exploring all of that, talking about everything that's involved in you trying to get this solved. Or you could hire someone like me and work with somebody who can just show you how to do this. I read these threads even here on these Facebook Lives, and I have to say, it's just such small little petty things, like minor things, that are causing such big obstacles in, and a lot of you keep facing the same thing over and over again, and you're just wasting time because you're not getting it solved. So let's look at a couple of questions here. Nancy says, my boyfriend of almost 4 months finally made our relationship Facebook official with posting our picture, and I posted as well. May seem silly, but means a lot to finally share us with family and friends. Nancy, that's not minor at all. That's huge. I mean, that really is huge. It's not, Facebook is a public platform. And somebody, your boyfriend is exposing himself. That's very vulnerable to put out there that I've met a woman who I really am crazy about, and to put that out there for all of his family and friends to see. So no, I think congratulations. I think that that's absolutely wonderful. And I think, let yourself feel really, really good about that. Just, feel that he's doing something very loving for you, knowing that, I'm guessing he knows that how much that means to you. Oh, hi, Rhonda Moore. How are you, honey? I am having a wonderful day. I hope you are too. So, Bonnie says, my neighbor uses emojis all the time to respond to my texts. I continue to poke him, hoping he's at least flattered by my texts. I'm ready to ask him if he is flattered by my texts. Just ask him, Bonnie, and put a little wink there. Also, sometimes you've got to, suggest that you move to another platform or that you move this thing forward if it's not going forward. So sometimes you'll say something like, you might say, I bet if you, asked, if you suggested a phone call, I'd say yes. Or if you suggested we get on a Zoom call, I'd say yes. So you can make it, that's a way to make it challenging for him, but also get him to respond, to take the lead. But even something like that, Bonnie, like you're wasting time here. So if you had been working with me, you wouldn't be wasting time texting with this guy and, waiting to see if he's flattered by your text. I would have already given you the recipe for how to get him on a Zoom call or to ask you out on a date. So you don't want to waste time. There's no games to play. Adults are adults. If he's interested in you, he's going to grab at an opportunity to go out with you, and you just want to make it easy for him to do that. So he'll grab at that opportunity. And you want to put that out there right away as soon as possible, but you're wasting time without my help because, you're sitting there, waiting and texting him and kind of sitting back and wanting to see what he says. I can tell you what to say and how to get this solved. It's just Arabia. Oh my God, that sounds so exciting. I thought I was looking good and was fun. He replied that my granddaughter had the classic no smile look, no mention of my picture or smile. What's up with that? Wow. Oof. Well, I can see, first of all, how vulnerable you were being sending him the picture, Linda. And ouch, like that would have really hurt to get a response like that. I would write back to him, not make any assumptions, and I would send him something like, I don't know if it says your granddaughter wasn't smiling. Yeah, ouch, I get it. So his reply was that my granddaughter had the class, and I don't know how old your granddaughter is, but, you can say, yeah, teenagers or something, right? And then you can say something like, but what about me, with a wink, and just see, oh, thank you, Debbie. I'm doing great, and it's wonderful to see you here. But you may say, just to be open and just to see what he would say, you can make a joke and just say, yeah, teenagers, and then say ... but what about me, with a wink, and see how he responds. It's really tough sometimes. Things really do get lost in translation over text. And I can't even imagine how many misunderstandings there are. So when it comes to communication, there are three parts to a full communication. The first thing would be the words you're saying. The second would be the tone and speed of your voice. And then the third thing would be that you would is your body language. And 2 out of 3 of those things are missed over text. So they can't hear the tone and speed of your voice, and they can't see your body language. And we all know intonation is everything, right? Like your intonation, you can say one thing, you could say, I love you, or you could say, I love you. And there's 2 completely different meanings there. So, it's nice to, do everything in our power to give people the benefit of the doubt when you get a message like that. I would just take a deep breath. So I would make a joke like Rhonda said, or I said, don't you like my picture? Or what about me, with a wink or something. And just see what he says, Linda. And if it's another response that really hits you the wrong way, then he might not be your guy. 2 strikes and you're out kind of thing. But at least, give him a second chance to see what he says. Any other questions? Anybody want to say hello and let me know who's out there? I love to know who watches these things. Yeah, Linda, follow your inclination and just make a joke, and see what he says. And if, like I said, if the second time it doesn't hit you right, he's probably not your guy. Annette says, I'm in Lisa's course and she taught me something the other day that I would never have done on a date, and had such a fun date finally. Yay, Annette. All right. I want to hear more. Oh, I adore you, honey. Oh, you have to go out. I love you too, Paola. I wish we could catch up sometime. Like do a Zoom call. Why don't you and I do a Zoom? I would love that. I have to message you. Let's do a Zoom, you and me. All right, I just messaged you. Let's get on a Zoom call. All right, everybody. Any other questions? Anybody have anything you want to ask the coach before the coach goes? Oh, you leaned back. You let him show me what he had. All right. Annette, it's not going to be long, honey. It really won't. You have such a beautiful personality, truly. Such a wonderful personality. And, for whatever you may say, like you just have such a beautiful, beautiful personality. And all you have to do is stop getting in your head and follow your heart, because these men are going to love you. And you are going to have your pick of some extraordinary men. I just know it. Your guy is going to be amazing. And I can't wait to see who it is. But yeah, I think he's very, very close, Annette. I truly do. Truly, truly. All right, ladies, any other questions? Anything? Annette, am I going to see you tonight on the grad call? Are you going to come and join me so I can hear your story? I hope so. All right, let me go back here. Any other questions or comments? Oh, thank you, Natalie. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. I can't wait to get to know you better. Yay, Annette, you're going to be there. All right. I can't, just love my women. It is so much fun to see you all. Oh, I'm so glad, Annette. I'm so glad. All right. Anybody else have questions or comments? I really want you to think about, for those of you who didn't see all of today's call, I really want you to think about what I said, because I talked about how you're wasting so much time and energy trying to get this solved on your own. trying to figure out how to date and pick the right guy and all. And this is something that you could do so much faster. So much faster. It doesn't have to be an issue that's going on and on and on throughout your life. It really is something that you could get solved. It's like if your washing machine was broken, right, and you needed to get it fixed, you'd call somebody to fix it who knows how to do that. So this is something that you can fix very quickly, very easily, a lot quicker and a lot more easily than you know when you have the right step-by-step plan. So everybody, please do me a favor. If you haven't done this, go to lisashield.com and watch my free 45-minute presentation. It's just 45 minutes of your time, but it really will change your life. So please, 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 just take 45 minutes and go and watch my presentation. And if you like what you hear, we can jump on a call. Me or a member of my team will speak with you personally to tell you how I can show you how to get this solved in 12 weeks. Could you imagine just 12 weeks? Please hit the thumbs up or the hearts if you enjoyed this call. I do these every single Monday from noon to noon 30, from 12 to 12:30 Mountain Time. And I also do a free Facebook Live every Tuesday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Mountain Time. All right, everybody, have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. I hope to see some of you go to watch the presentation, and I look forward to speaking to you on a call. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest.